Hi, dear students. Today we will be learning a lesson of grade 6. This is a ratio. This lesson is ratio. This here is a very important lesson. This lesson basically, this lesson relates with many questions. Okay, when it comes to, although just you are learning in grade 6, this lesson is very important when it comes to the ordinate level exam as well. This concepts, ratio, some you will be able to see. Okay, let's learn ratio of grade 6. Okay, um, ratio. What is the ratio? Yes, what is the ratio? Do you know that what's the ratio? What's the ratio? Yes, what's the ratio? Ratio is that's I think that you could see this board. Okay, ratio is just that's a relation. That's a relation. That's a numerical relation. Ratio is a numerical relation. What's that? You think of this one. That your father brings mangoes. Okay, then that mangoes are divided between you and your brother or sister. Okay, let's assume that your brother's name is Amal, then your sister's name is Amali. Amali. Your brother's name is Amar, sister's name is Amal. That both mangoes are divided between Amal and Amali. Amal is given three mangoes. Amal is given two mangoes. Amal is given, three mangoes. Amal is given two mangoes. So here is a relation. Here is a relation. So which means here is a relation. So then these are ratios. These are ratios. So here is a numerical relation. Here is a numerical relation between these broad mangoes, which means just I believe that you got an idea about that. Just you got an idea about ratios. So not only that, you think that you have a certain amount of money. You have a certain amount of money. You have a certain amount of money. Your friend also has a certain amount of money. That money, let's think in this way. So that amount of money, you have, your friend has. Then you have 20 rupees, your friend has 50 rupees. So here is your friend has, uh, you know, your friend has 50 rupees. So here is a relation. Here is a relation. Here is a numerical relation. So which means this relation we've taken between these numbers. Okay. So this one also a ratio. So now we are going to learn about the way of mentioning about ratios, which means how can you read how can you read this type of one? A certain amount of money divided between A and B in the ratio. This is read as, you think that A is given 2 rupees, B is given 3 rupees, then this is read as 2, the ratio 2 to 3, the ratio 2 to 3. This is mentioned as the ratio 2 to 3. The ratio 2 to 3. So how can you read this one? The ratio 5 to 7. The ratio 5 to 7. Anyway, then we understood that what is a ratio and also the way of reading a ratio. Okay, now we can learn equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios. So, how can you write equivalent ratios? Which means, I will give you this one. Already, in order to teach you this segment, I'm going to I'm going to remember you a segment which you learned so far, right? This segment was met in the first term, yes, according to my memory. Here is a fraction. This can be read. You can read this one, this fraction as half. This is half. Okay, this is half. This is half. This is 3/4. Okay. Can you write? An equivalent fraction to half? Can you write an equivalent fraction to half? How can you write this? Equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction. You could select a certain number. Selecting a certain number, you could write an equivalent fraction to half. Then I will select 3. Then the denominator multiplies by 3, as well as the numerator also multiplies by 3. Then I selected this. I selected this 3, right? Then 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So here is an equivalent fraction to half. Here is an equivalent fraction to half. Then you could get an idea about I believe that you could remember equivalent fractions. So this one. Then let's write an equivalent fraction to 2/5. How can you write an equivalent fraction to 2/5? Both sides can be multiplied by 7. Let's multiply using 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times 7 is 35. So we wrote an equivalent fraction to 2/5. Which means 14/35. 14/35. Okay, so now you understood. You remembered. I think that you remembered about equivalent fractions. Okay, so you can now you can write equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are related with what? Ratios. Equivalent ratios. Let's write an equivalent fraction to half, which is this both sides can be multiplied by 4. This side also by 4. So 1 into 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So an equivalent fraction to half is 4/8, which means half equals to 4/8. Half equals to 4/8. So these are equivalent ratios. The equivalent fractions, equivalent fractions. So how can you write this as an equivalent ratio? A fraction can be written as a ratio. How can you write? So this can be written as 1 to 2 equals to 4 to 8. 1 to 2 equals to 4 to 8. 1 to 2 equals to 4 to 8. So these are equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios. So 1 to 2 equals to 4 to 8. Equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios. So 2 to 5 equals to 2 to 5 equals to let's fill the blank here. 2 to 5 equals to blank to 8. 2 to 5 equals to blank to 8. How can you, what is the digit that you need to write in the blank? Just you think of this one. These are equivalent ratios. Yes. What is the digit that you need to write in the blank? Yes. What should be the digit here? Yes. What should be the digit here? You need to multiply. So you extremely sorry, this is not the value that we need to write here. This value should be equals to this one is this is 20. This is 20. So what is the value that we need to write here? Yes, what is the value? I mean, in this blank. Yes, what should be the digit? Yes, so that we can take 20. What is the digit that we need to take to multiply here? So that value can be taken. That you can divide 2 by 5, which is 4. This value is divided by this value. 2 over 5 is 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 4 is 20. Likewise, you can multiply this 2 also by 4. So 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So therefore, this can be written in this way. Here we have to write here 20. Sorry, here 20. Here 20. Here 20. Here 20. So here 8. This is the answer. So 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 4 is 20. We could do another sum. These are equivalent ratios. Okay. So this type of one, 6 to 5 equals to here blank, here 25. What is the digit that you need to get in the blank? Yes. What is the digit that you need to write in the blank? Yes. Imagine you learned previously. I taught you already the way of getting the blank, the digit that is coming into the blank. Yes. You could divide 25 by 5. This value by this value, which is 5. So when you multiply this 5 by 5, then 5 times 5, 25. The same digit can be taken to multiply here. 6 times 5 is 30. So here we could write 30. 30 is the number which can be taken in the blank. Okay. So I believe that you can write given equivalent ratios. I mean, you could find the numbers that should write in the blanks of equivalent ratios. Okay. The other point is, we are able to write given ratios in the simplest form. Generally, when it comes to ratios, bear in mind this one. Ratios are written in the simplest form. Ratios are written in the simplest form generally. Okay, bear in mind it. So, how can you write? You imagine, father brings mangoes. Then he brings your brother is given, brother is given, your brother is given. I will write this in this way. Brother and sister are given those brought mangoes. Those brought mangoes are divided between brother and sister. So, brother is given 20 mangoes and the sister is given 30 mangoes. That's the question. How can you write this, this value, these values in the simplest form? In the simplest form. How can you write in the simplest form? Yes, in the simplest form. How can you write this in the simplest form? You need to select a certain digit that is divisible by 20 and 30. 20 and 30. So, what should be that number? Yes, what is that number? Yes, 20 is a multiple of 20 is a multiple of 10. 30 is a multiple of 10. Therefore, we are able to divide both sides by 2. Okay, 20 is divided by 10. 30 also can be divided by 10. So 20 upon 10 is 2. 30 upon 10 is 3. This is the ratio that we written in the simplest form. We were given 20 to 30. 20 to 30. The given ratio in the simplest form, the ratio that we need to get in the simplest form is 2 to 3. This is the answer. Okay. So you think that then we just now we are writing given values in the simplest form, given ratios in the simplest form. Seriously, these are equivalent ratios. Previously, we learned. I'll tell you this one. 20 to 30. So 20 to 30, 20 to 30 equals to 2 to 3. These are equivalent ratios. Previously, we learned, right? Previously, we learned. So, you think that, how can you write these values? I will take these two persons, right? Instead of writing the names. So, A is given 50 rupees, B is given 25 rupees. How can you write these values in the simplest form? Yes. How can you write these values in the simplest form? Think of this. You need to select a certain number which is divisible by 50 and 25. What is that? What is that number? The number should be, 25 is a multiple of 25. 50 is a multiple of 25. So both sides can be divided by 25. This side and this side. So in 50, how many 25 times? 2. So 50 upon 25 is 2. 25 upon 25 is 1. So the answer is 2 to 1. 2 to 1. We could do one sum. Let's write, a certain amount of money or certain amount of, an article or any other thing is divided between P and Q. Then that is here 9, here 6. Let's write these given values in the simplest form. How can you do this? 9 to 6. How can you write these values in the simplest form? Yes, this ratio can be written in the simplest form. How can you do it? You need to select a certain number which is divisible by 9 and 6. Yes, can you select 2? It's unable. 9 is not a multiple of 2. 9 is not a multiple of 2. 6 is a multiple of 2. But both the selected number should be divisible by both 9 and 6. So how can you do this? 9 is a multiple of 3. Right? 6 is a multiple of 3. Therefore, you can divide both sides by 3. 9 over 3 is 3. 6 over 3 is 2. This is the answer. So we have written 9 to 6 in the simplest form as 3 to 2. I do believe that you were able to get an idea about the way of writing given values, given numbers in the simplest form. Okay. Now we need to learn about This is the stuff that you need to learn in grade 6. Okay. So rate, the other part is rate. Rate. This is rate. What is rate? Rate. When it comes to the idea of rate, then I will give you mangoes, right? I will write here mangoes and price. Mangoes price. So two mangoes, one mango can be bought for. One mango can be bought for 50 rupees. Price is given in rupees, right? 50 rupees. One mango can be bought for 50 rupees. What is the price of? What is the price of two mangoes? You can imagine, right? You can imagine. So one mango can be bought for 50 rupees. Two mangoes can be bought for what? Two mangoes can be bought for, one is 50, two mangoes 100 rupees. But the issue that we need to address here, this sum should be related with the learned knowledge of ratio. Okay, this learned fact can be entered into the learned concept, which is ratio. So one mango can be bought for 50 rupees. Two mangoes can be bought for 100 rupees. The answer is 100. You imagine that you do not know the just I will put a blank here. We know the answer that 100. We know the answer that 100. So I'll write this here. Here. Then one mango can be bought for 50 rupees. One mango can be bought for 50 rupees. Then two mangoes can be bought for. These are blank. Yes. This is a way of writing, previously learned knowledge here. This is a way of applying that previously learned knowledge here. So, how can you do this? How can you get here 2? Then 1 into 2 is 2. So what you have to do here, then 50 also should be multiplied by 50 also should be multiplied by what? 2. In terms of getting 2 here, you need to multiply 1 by 2, which is 2. 1 into 2 is 2. So here 50 also multiplied by 2. Then 50 times 2 is 100. The answer is 100. Okay, this is the way of writing a given value. This is the way you could apply the knowledge of ratios or ratio. Here we were talking about rate. So when you know a certain specific value amount, we knew the value price of one mango, which is 50 rupees. We can get the price of two mangoes using the knowledge of ratio. Okay, so this is the way of writing a ratio, right? This is the way of writing a ratio. Equivalent ratios, especially equivalent ratios. This is the way of writing equivalent ratios. We can write, do one more question of rate, of ratio. You imagine, you think you think of this one. The price of a pen. The price of a pen. Pen is price of pen is, which means one pen can be bought for 25 rupees. Let's write here that 30 rupees. One pen can be bought for 30 rupees. What is the price of 3 pens? Yes, what should be the price of 3 pens? Easily you are able to get the value of price of 3 pens. That, think of it. The price of a pen is, the price is given in rupees, right? OLKR. One pen can be bought for 30 rupees. 3 pens can be bought for just 30 times 3. This can be entered into, this one pen can be bought for, one pen can be bought for 30 rupees. 3 pens can be bought for. This is the value. How can I do it? And how have we taken this 3? Then 1 times 3 is 3. Then here 30 also multiplied by 3, which is 30 times 3 is 90. So in 26 minutes already I taught you the sum of grade 6, ratio part of grade 6. What you have to do right now, you need to do the sums of the textbook of grade 6. So, and also you need to do different types of questions. Different types of questions can be done. Then when you do the questions again and again, then you can become an expert in maths. Okay, that's the secret of becoming an expert in maths, not in maths, when it comes to the other subjects as well. Okay, so you need to practice. So if you have got an issue about this learned segment, you could comment in the comment. You could comment here. So you could comment and you could join our classes. Then I will mention my WhatsApp number, so you could join our classes as well. So in the near future, we will be able to do a new segment of grade 6. Not only that, you will be able to learn more. You will be able to do more papers of the year-end test as well in the near future. So you need to work for yourself. Anyone does not come to help you to work. In addition to your parents, so you need to work for yourself. Bear in mind it. So we will be able to meet in the near future, and also I will be teaching you a new lesson in the near future. Okay, thanks.